Hi there, Scorpio. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 4th of January. Mars is your traditional ruler, and he moves on the first day of this week into your sign. This is really something to celebrate. When Mars makes its way over its 6-week period through the 12th solar house, as it has done in the weeks leading up to this, it really can be quite a bumpy journey. Emotions can be up and down, energy can be very changeable. One minute we can feel angry, the next almost tearful. Now it moves into your sign, it's going to give you a much greater sense of self-possession. You're going to feel much more energized, greater drive and direction. A real spark can come back, and that's something to really be joyful about. But Mars does continue to square up with Mercury. The two have been irritating each other for the last couple of weeks, but because Mercury moved last week, then they're just continuing the right angle, which is quite tricky in astrology, but in two different locations. So what does this mean? Well, it means for you that now Mars is in your sign, you could find yourself becoming a lot more impatient with any limitations. You want to get your year going. You can be quite direct about how you achieve this. But Mercury initially is in a tender, sensitive part of your scope, and it's going to be important that you're not trying to force the pace on something that actually goes against your own best interests. Mercury also starts to twist backwards from Tuesday. Anything to do with family, emotional, home-based, or any legal matter concerning property can also come under a bit of a cloud. However, Mercury's not going to be hanging around in this sector for long, because by Saturday it's moved back into your sector of everyday communications. The good news is that it is going to start to lessen in that right angle to Mars. And by the week following this one, the tension will have eased much more. However, I do feel it's going to be important to pace yourself and to recognise that exasperation could be part of this week. Now, Venus, the planet of love, is in a fantastic part of your horoscope for enjoying a little bit of extra lucre. And if you have received some nice gifts or some tokens to go and spend in the January sales, well, Venus is certainly going to be encouraging you to enjoy all the good things in life. The problem is that some of the enriching and calorific goodies that you enjoyed over the festive period may be things you still want to fill your body with as you start this new year. So discipline could be at a low, but Venus squares up with Neptune, dreamy Neptune, in your sector of romance through to Thursday. So if somebody spoils you or you're tempted to indulge them, try to understand what the real motives are for this, because Neptune is the trickster planet, and if any kind of sensual pleasure is threaded through this, and it's in a relationship which is not necessarily established and clear and secure, it may end up hurting you or the other person. By Friday, Jupiter, the planet of fortune, starts to rewind in your sector of long-term plans. No, this doesn't mean you're going to be unlucky, Scorpio. But it does mean you need to have realistic expectations about your friendships, group involvements, and the things that you have been cooking with since really last August when Jupiter moved into this location. And if you have been really building up some unrealistic expectations in your mind, then do proceed with caution over the following 4 months. Jupiter can be quite a crushing letdown, particularly as it's not in a very good place in Virgo. So if there are people that you're encountering, and they may seem hale and hearty, are they really good for you? Your idea sector is certainly very strong at the start of this year. And if there are ideas you want to share with others, once Mercury moves back into this sector on Saturday, he will certainly help. But he won't help if he's going backwards and you're rushing what you're trying to say. Or you're getting a little bit het up about some things, because Pluto, your modern ruler, continues to clash with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected, which is in an irritable part of your scope, and your nervous system can be rattled a bit towards the end of this week. There is a new moon which is to do with communication, but it's one that does angle itself to Uranus. So I feel if there are things that you need to change in your life, but you're resisting those changes because you prefer to stick with what you know, that could cause tensions. Or it could be that you're trying to force the pace and end up stressing yourself out by trying to pack in too much. So if you are wanting to achieve something at the end of this week tangible, slow it all down, make a list, and focus on the things that are absolutely essential. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.